Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, October 24th of 2024 and it is like just 8 in the morning. I've already taken my daughter to school and my husband to work, so I'd like to fix this closet here. When people walk in, I don't need them to see the I've got nowhere to put the litter box. This is the only place that the litter box can go at the moment. I have a few ideas of where I'd like to move it, so I have to leave the litter box in this front entrance, but I don't need the 2 cat carriers, and I don't need the 2 boxes of their pet food. So I'm gonna fix this to make it look a lot nicer when you walk in the door. But first I'm gonna show a quick few items I got yesterday from Marshalls and Dollarama. So I'm gonna start with Marshalls, because I would like to, I've got these 2 big, you'll see them in a few minutes, but these extra big black and gray bins that the lids kind of open, like 1/3 of the lid opens and they stack, so it works perfect for the cat food, dog food, cat litter. We had guinea pigs, so we had their bedding, the straw and stuff in there, pellets, everything. It works just the best for that type of stuff. But they take up so much room. So I was looking for smaller pet food containers and I found these 2 yesterday at Marshalls. They were $12.99 each. This one says it's a 12-pound capacity or 5.5 kilograms, but they're just so much smaller, and handle and the lid, and they even come with the scoops. And I kind of like the scoop, kind of has like a bone shape to it. So there's that design, and then there was this other design. So 2 different designs, so I can label which one will be the cat food and which one will be the dog food. And this one just says it's a 10-liter pet food storage. So I don't know, they stand the same height, and I don't know why one is in liters and one is in pounds, but I think they must be pretty, about the same size. Again, it's got the same little scoop with the cute little handle. So just something smaller, and they just barely fit in. I'll show you in a second, but there's the red bag right there. It's just shopping bags. So in that shelf, these just fit. There's a tight little squeeze, but it will look so much better when people walk in than to see all this other stuff. Like I said, the cat carriers are going to go out to the garage. We hardly ever take the cats anywhere. We needed them when we were moving and showings of the other house, but don't need them anymore. And then while I was at Marshalls, I always go through the kitchen stuff. I don't think I need anything else from my kitchen. I think I've gotten everything, but I found a good pair of the scissors. These are by the CWC, which is a Cook with Color. That's basically what a lot of my other kitchen gadgets are that I've been buying at Winners and Marshalls. So these ones were $5.99, and what I like about these ones is they come with the sheath, because I already have a pair of kitchen scissors in my knife block, and then of course the other knife block I want already has scissors as well, but it's just nice to have a spare pair. But if you're putting them in the kitchen drawer, if you can get them with the sheath, it's so much better. I've got so many little kitchen gadgets like snippers for herbs and stuff that have the sheath. I had some that didn't have the sheath, and I mean, they still work fine, but I just find that having the sheath actually protects the blades, make them last longer. So these ones were $5.99. Then of course you're at the mall, so I stopped at Dollarama. I got another one of these. This little label thing is falling off. It's the cutting board, little cutting board storage thing. I have one, but I bought a few new cutting boards, and I'm not quite ready to get rid of all my extra cutting boards. I like to see which ones I use, which ones I don't use before I get rid of. And I found a cupboard that the cutting boards will fit in, but you can only fit like 2 bamboo ones here, and then my 1 bamboo one, and then my other ones just don't fit. So these were $4. And like I said, there's different ones. I mean, I can use these for cutting boards. I've used these to help hold up the lids for Tupperware type containers. I know they've got the big white ones as well that I use for that. I've got the large ones that are a little bit like twice as wide that work best for baking pans, but for $4. They're good solid metal that, oh, excuse me, that these do work good for storing baking sheets and baking pans and pot lids, things like that. Like, there's not really too many pot lids, but anything that doesn't have like the big handle sticking out. So these are just really handy to have. And then I was walking by the crafting section and I saw this cute little sign. I love making my own signs. I find that fun, but the price of sometimes making the sign is just not worth it. So this one was $1.75. They were just starting to put out some of their Christmas stuff. They had 3 designs, but this is the one I like the best. And it says fresh baked gingerbread hugs, cookies and cakes made fresh daily. Now I can still do something to this to make it look a little bit, you know, homemade kind of a thing. Because right now it's like, it's got the really, you know, like store-bought feel to it. But what I like is, you know, it still has this back side, which I can then use the back side and make it a double sign. Which I like to do that too. Sometimes just trying to find a piece of board, you know, and I don't like, I mean, some people take these apart and redo them. I won't. I like the way this looks. And then I got, this is this multi-purpose, you know, it's self-adhesive drawer liner, $1.25. And it's this lighter sand color, like it's got the green in it, it's a lighter sand color. Just because I'm looking at our outlet covers and they are just white. And I say, like, you can kind of see, you know, kind of trying to do this. You can see that, you know, we've got a lot of like stonework. It's the travertine and it's so similar to this. And I just think this would just kind of make the covers not, you know, be so noticeable. So that's my plan, is to cover some of the outlet covers with this paper, just so they don't just stand out. Because right now, like I said, as I'll show you in the kitchen, they're white and they just stand out against the travertine stone. Okay, so now I'm just gonna remove stickers and labels and clear out behind me and start, you know, reorganizing this. So this is what my front entrance looks like. That's not our ladder, so I can't do anything about it. That little garbage can I'm gonna take downstairs. Again, I can't do anything with the tools. We kind of need them. My daughter needs her shoes for school, or for work, I mean. So once I get this stuff here kind of organized, I will put the shoes in the actual closet. That ladder I'm gonna take downstairs. Obviously the pet food, oh, excuse me, I'm gonna be taking downstairs. The cat carriers are gonna go into the garage. And then anything that's up here, I gotta just go through and organize. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna clear out of this room as much as possible. Now, I said I'm not having a garbage in my house right now, except right now, just because of all the renovations and stuff. So we've got this garbage can sitting here, which I don't want the garbage in my house. It's been a long time since we've had garbage cans in the house, but just need it for right now during the renovation. So I'm just going to clear all this stuff and get it put where I think it should go, and then I'll be back. Right, so I've done a quick sweep. I do have to go and do a good mop. There is like paint splattered on the floor, but that's where the litter box is going to sit for right now. I do know where I want to move it to. I just don't have a table to conceal it with. Kind of like what I was going to do is put it in the corner of the living room with a nice table and a tablecloth to kind of hide it. So right now it's just going to sit in there in the front closet for right now. Up in these two cupboards, I mean, there is stuff up there. There's just, you know, like extra tools right now. But what I want to do is I want to put all the extra paper towel and toilet paper and extra cleaning supplies up there. Stuff that I do need to be able to get to if I need it, but stuff I don't need on a daily basis. So it is a pain to get up that high. Oops, I know the door wouldn't be shut properly, but okay. And then in this little closet that I had painted about 2 weeks ago and wallpapered, me and my husband, we did get the little hanging shelf on here. So you got the 2 baskets and then a whole bunch of hooks. So the back hooks I'm using for the pets' leashes and harnesses. Right now I don't have the cat stuff in here. And then I've got, you know, little dustpan and broom, and then my other broom. And then I will be bringing up my little Bissell steam cleaner and my Bissell little vacuum that will sit in here. And then I got to organize the rags. They're just I just kind of stuffed them in there. And then I do have a few cleaning products that I've been using lately are just sitting there. So I do have to organize those a little bit better later today. But this is how it's looking. And now I've got the pet containers are actually washed and dry. So I'm just going to fill them up and put them in the top of the closet, and I'll be back. All right, so I've got the pet food up there. I'm just not sure where the Sharpie went, but I got to label them as to which one's cat food and which one's dog food, or I'm going to mess up. Yeah, so that's what it looks like so far. So I'll be back as soon as I get this mopped, and I've got a few more things I've got to do in this closet. So like I said, I'm just going to go and get my other stuff, and I'm going to organize all the claws and my cleaning supplies. And I got to wash up the litter box and figure out where I'm going to put my puppy's food and water now. And then I'll be back. All right, so I'm still working on the front closet, but this is my Bissell Power Fresh 2-in-1 spray mop. I love this. I mean, I love my Shark as well, but the Shark, I think I'm gonna just sell that one. I'm gonna keep this one. This one does the steam cleaning, so all you need is just water. And I really like the Bissell products over the Shark. You know, some people prefer one or the other. I just happen to like the Bissell. So I bought myself the Bissell, covered in dust, the Bissell 3-in-1 vac. So it's a lightweight vacuum. So I'm just gonna open this and set this up. Like I said, I didn't want to bring this out of the box until most of the renovations are done, and we're almost at that point. Go. And I mean, as much as I like the Bissell being green, because the green's going to match this mop and it will match my little green machine, I had the option to get this in purple, so I went with purple. Just take it out of the box. We've got this part of the vacuum, which what I like about this is I now have a little Dirt Devil size vacuum. So if there's anywhere I need to go, I don't need the big vacuum, I can use just this. And it has the cord. Now I did what I wanted was a rechargeable, but for the money, in a house this size, it's not gonna matter if my vacuum is corded or not. If I was still at the other house, I definitely would have gone for a cordless rechargeable vacuum. But again, the price point, I got this for $30. The one I was looking at was like $600. The price difference was just, you know, go with what I can afford and what I like. I got that part. Just the instructions. And then it's got this part here that turns your little vacuum into a more full-size vacuum, which should just slide on unless I did something wrong already. I don't know if it's not going on. Okay, so there's something in here that I'm supposed to take out. I don't know, sometimes packaging, something, I don't know. Let's see. Try this again. Just gonna set the box down. Give myself 2 hands to do this. There, now it went in. I don't know why it wasn't going in before. There we go. So now it's just like that. And then, of course, to make it easy, it's got the handle here. And this just clips in to here. Just gotta make sure I'm lining it up in the right way so it locks in. I mean, this one does it too. This one here, I can take this large handle off and I can use just the steam part with this, but this one also has the small attachments for other cleaning of other surfaces. Didn't know where they were, recently found them, had them a couple days ago, misplaced them again. But I've never really used those attachments for this because I have other things I was using. But there we go, that is my new little vacuum. So I'm just gonna undo this and I'll plug it in and make sure it works. There is an outlet. I don't know where my outlets are in this house. Okay, just 1 second. All right, I've got it plugged in. It took a minute to find the outlet. I had to move out a table, but here we go. Do not want to vacuum up the bag. I will show you how well this works. I'm not sure how well you can see with the sun, but there is like powder and stuff on this floor. I say for the size of it, it did a pretty good job. Now some of this is drywall powder that's settled and has to get mopped again to get off, but there was little bits of stuff. And do this, you can see it did pick up pet hair and dust. And so I say, you know, for just that few seconds of having it on, it actually picked up more than I thought it would. Just in that one little section, so it's a good little vacuum. And then in the closet area over here, you can see I've got the litter box. I actually dumped out the old litter. I actually washed the litter box with hot soapy water. And then I've got these two ladders here. So this wooden one will probably get stored either in the basement or the garage. This little one here, I'm not sure if it's going to be, I've got two of these. I'm not sure which one is easier for me to use to get to the kitchen cupboards, but I've got them sitting here. So one of those little step ladders will just be in here. And then my two little vacuums, I'm going to just set them in here. I have to go and get those little hooks for them, but I will show you what it looks like. All right, so I've got those in the closet. Like I said, later today I'll run to the dollar store. I do have some, I don't know where they are, but I will attach them over on this wall and then I can hang these up. Then it will give me this usable little bit of floor space, because that's what I love about these, is they just take up no room and they practically, you know, like sit flat against the wall. So I just have to get some hooks to hang them up. And then I did go through my rags, or cleaning cloths, so I just have a small stack here. I'll just move them all the way back so you can see that there is like this huge part of this basket. And then I just have a few odd cleaners that have been using to clean the house. Not all my cleaners, and there's a few there that I don't need up here anymore. So when I get my laundry room kind of organized, then the cleaners are going to be mostly stored in the laundry room. And then same with here, like I said, they got some of my pets things here. When I remember where I put their leashes and harnesses, I will hang them all up. And this is a new little broom and dustpan I got from the dollar store, Dollarama. I think it was $3 for this set. And then I got this bamboo broom. I don't know, one part was $4 and one part was $4.50. So I think the handle was $4 and then the broom part was $4.50, making, you know, like $9.50, or I mean $8.50 for the broom. But it gave me a nice, you know, I like the idea of having a bamboo broom versus a plastic one. And then there we go, it's all neat and organized. Like I said, up here I've got the pet food. So I'll have to label which is cat and which is dog food. And then the other couple items I have up here that I can't really put away because I don't want to lose them is the faucet for the bathroom on the main floor, which the plumbers are coming next week to do. And then I've got my puppy's Halloween bandana. And so this one I got for her just the other day, and it says, "I do tricks for treats." She was wearing it and she took it off the other day and she won't let me put it back on. And then the other thing is this little blue gel cooling mat for the cats for when they're outside. That is one of them. I just thought I'd just leave that there until I find the rest of the pet supplies. And then I'm going to put the rest of the pet supplies up here in a cute little basket. Just don't know where their stuff is right now. It's probably in the garage packed or in the basement still in boxes and stuff. We're still trying to, you know, just move everything and get everything unpacked. And, oh, oops, my dog's food and water. She likes to move her food around. So I got this little mat from the Dollarama. I think it was $3 or $3.50. I don't know, their prices seem to go up every time I need one. But this little corner here is a little bit different. You know. So I just cut the mat so it fits perfectly. Now this is not where I want to keep her food. This is just the easiest place for right now for her food and water. I have another place I want to put them, but I just have to organize my living room a little bit better. Like I said, I just got to organize this a little bit better and figure out where I want her food and water to sit all day. There's no room in the kitchen for it. And if we go down to the hallway, I mean, might be able to put her food and water here in this hallway, but I just wasn't sure if anybody would trip over it right now. So I just want to leave it out in the open. Same with the cat's food and water just on the table. Not my first choice, just for right now. And then I went through all those cleaning cloths, and this is the other stack of cleaning cloths I got. So I'll be putting those down in the laundry room. And then I've got my kitchen little cleaning cloths. I just set them in this drawer for now. I do have, this has this built-in towel rack. And I do have another one of those baskets that hang on the cupboard door. And I'll be putting the dishcloths in here. Just not sure where it is. If I can't find it, I'll be at the dollar store. I'll have to buy another one. But that is now my front entrance is cleared out. It looks so much better. Excuse me. So it looks so much better than it looked before. Even just getting the litter box moved. So when you walk in, you're not looking directly at the litter box. It's now in a little bit in the closet on its side. The extra dog and cat food are now downstairs in the pantry. And everything else is kind of just moved out of the way. Anything that we are finished with the renovation stuff, like I still got on the little bench, still has some tools, but my husband still needs them for another 3, maybe 4 weeks before we're completely finished. And just based on everything that's what we're still working on doing. So then the tools, my husband will be either putting them, like I said, up in that top part of the closet or out in the garage. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed to my channels and watches my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.